And a very good Tuesday afternoon to you. I'm Fox 54 Weather Impact Chief Meteorologist Jordan Dressman. Definitely on the warmer end of the spectrum this afternoon, especially when you consider the fact that it is now the final day of September. Hello Thanksmas starts tomorrow. Tomorrow is, of course, October 1st. Temperature's still going to be above average as we head into your Wednesday afternoon. We'll talk about that tonight on Fox 54 News at 5:30, which you came here for. Football forecast. As we head into your Thursday, we are eventually going to get cooler across the Tennessee Valley, and that's going to be reflected in our forecast for Thursday night football. We'll talk about that cooler air that's going to build into the Tennessee Valley also tonight on Fox 54 News at 5:30. We'll also talk about it on Fox 54 News at 6 right here on Fox 54 Plus. But let's skip to Thursday evening. 74 degrees at 6, 71 at 7, 69 by 8, 68 degrees. By the time we get to 9 o'clock, we're going to maintain a really nice clear sky across the Tennessee Valley, and we're going to be talking about a strong lack of any sort of rain. And by the time we get to this point, we're also going to be talking about kind of a lack of humidity across the area. It's really going to begin to feel like fall across the Tennessee Valley, and I think you're going to begin to notice that not only Thursday night, but Friday night as well. We're actually going to be a little bit cooler by the time we get to Friday evening. Check this out, 71 at 6, 68 by 7, 66 by 8, 64 degrees by the time we get to 9 o'clock. Dare I say, if you're going to be going to a football game Friday evening, you might want a jacket. Just the lightest of jackets for when we get to the later part of the evening, especially if you're going to be attending a high school football game that's kind of in a more rural location. The rural locations always cool off a little bit faster than the more urban football stadium. So take note of that if you're going to be going out on Friday evening. Let's talk about college football, shall we? Auburn's got the weekend off. Let's talk about Alabama. They're going to be back in Tuscaloosa this weekend. Temperatures are going to be in the mid-80s in Tuscaloosa on Saturday. I believe Vanderbilt is coming to town. College game day, I also saw, is going to be in Tuscaloosa. I believe Mo Carter was talking about that last night for Alabama and Vanderbilt. Beautiful weather for it, 86 degrees, a partly cloudy sky. I'm not going to be talking about any rain this weekend down in Tuscaloosa. Off to Abilene, Texas. We go. I do the weather occasionally out in Abilene, Texas. Well, technically, I guess it's San Angelo, Abilene, kind of the same thing. They're kind of in the same general vicinity. It's going to be hot, at least by Alabama standards in October. It's going to be hot. Maybe this is normal out in Abilene, Texas for early October. Temperatures hanging out in the lower 90s and plenty of sunshine. It's definitely not going to be raining for UNA to play Abilene. I believe they're playing Abilene Christian. Don't quote me on that, but I believe that's who they're playing. Plenty of sunshine, though. It's obviously going to be dry. Plenty of dry air. Where we're not going to see any dry air? Well, Alabama A&M. They're going to be in Mobile this weekend, 86 degrees, a partly cloudy sky. Not talking about any rain down along the Alabama coast, but it is going to be semi-warm, mid-80s, 86 degrees. All told, not going to be that bad if you're going to be driving down to Mobile to go support the Alabama A&M Bulldogs. And then, of course, we have the big noon kickoff being played in one of my least favorite locations. I was born and raised an Ohio State fan. I will always be at least a little bit of an Ohio State fan, which means I will have a particular dislike for Ann Arbor, Michigan. But that's exactly where the Fox Big Noon Kickoff is going to be. They're going to be in Ann Arbor, Michigan. I believe that's Michigan and Wisconsin. Nice Big Ten matchup there that you'll be able to watch right here on Fox 54. It's the Big Noon Kickoff, but that's Big Noon Eastern time. It's the Big 11 a.m. kickoff. Central time is when coverage is going to start right here on Fox 54. You'll be able to watch that this Saturday. Temperature's actually not bad in Ann Arbor, Michigan this weekend. Probably just a touch on the warmer end of the spectrum. By Michigan standards in early October, a partly cloudy sky. Temperatures climbing into the low and mid-80s. Got a high temperature right around 84 degrees. And of course, those high school football games, Thursday night, Friday night games, you'll be able to watch a recap of all of those in incredibly great detail on First Down Friday night. That'll